I do not handle anything as relates to with credit cards. As you heard me speak today in my board meeting about, I do not handle that.
A lie detector determined that was a lie.
Credit card spending out of control. Report shows $40,000 spent on Amazon purchases in one day.
What's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are all doing well up there and out there and down there and over there and left and right and all those places. Yeah, I just ad-libbed that in there because that didn't sound right when I first said it. Anyway, I'm not editing this. Welcome to my channel, Model Renaissance Man. I am Ty Smith. I appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to view my content. If you do enjoy the content that I put out, make sure you click that thumbs up button right there. Well, you're not clicking that. You're clicking it on your screen so that the content like this can consistently be recommended to you. I appreciate it if you would do that. Also, don't forget to follow me on the platforms you see above and the ones below. Last but not least, double check to make sure that you still are subscribed to the channel if you are a subscriber of mine. All right, appreciate it. Okay, so we got a lot of volume, a lot of stuff that came in about Tiffany Henyard, the crooked mayor up there in Dolton, Illinois. Well, close to us right now in Dolton, Illinois, not too far from outside of Chi-Town. Crooked. The people been calling it out for so long, and it's really sad, y'all. It seems like all this stuff is make-believe. You know what I mean? It really seems like a lot of things, like from these government positions, things like that, it seems like it's all make-believe because the so-called policies or things that we have in place to have corrective actions in cases like this seem to not be existing, or it seemed like it never been utilized to actually be done. Nobody knows who to go after. Nobody knows what to do. So anyway, if you don't know this, I did a video yesterday with the old crooked mayor of Chicago, Lori Lightfoot, who's no longer there, but they used her as a private investigator to go in and investigate Tiffany Henyard. The town of Dolton have been calling out for so long about Tiffany Henyard using their money, taxpayer dollars. She's crooked. She's intimidating people. She's strong-arming people, trying to shut people's businesses down, having the beauty salon places there give her free hairdos and all this stuff like that, y'all. It's been crazy. She even came in a meeting one time acting like she was Wesley Snipes' character out of New Jack City, Nino Brown. Really, y'all, it's such a disaster. And this is why things look really bad for a lot of times when we get in positions like this. When I say we, yeah, I'm talking about black folks. So y'all, why we always talking about race? Shut up. Get off the channel then, because it has something to do. If you're not the one that's being affected by it, then I'm not talking to you. But what I'm saying is that a lot of people think that when black people get into these positions of power, that it means it's going to be a utopia for black people. And what makes it even worse is that we do get people in these positions who are not even qualified. And they get in there and it's a disaster. Y'all hate when people like me call it out. Anyway, that video I did yesterday, a lot of people had some questions on it. Well, guess what? Something hit because homegirl can't be found.
The Village of Dolton is more than $3.5 million in the hole. Mayor Tiffany Henyard is accused of misusing money, and today, she's nowhere to be found.
Tara Molina spent the day in Dolton following the investigation into Henyard's spending. Tara?
Jim and Marie, former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot is the special investigator in this case. And like we first told you last night, not only did she find the Village of Dolton is in significant debt, but she also found the village's credit card spending is out of control. Mayor Tiffany Henyard didn't respond to any of my requests today, and I'm told she's not in the building. No response to repeated interview requests. I tried to track down Dolton Mayor Tiffany Henyard in person today. Village employees told me she wasn't in the office and didn't say when she would be, a day after this. A packed community meeting Thursday night, outburst after outburst. Following special investigator Lori Lightfoot's limited examination of Dolton's finances. Her report revealing as of May 31st, the village's general fund had a negative balance of $3.65 million. Lightfoot originally hired by trustees concerned about spending, like self-promoting taxpayer-funded billboards, ads, plus spending on lavish dinners and trips.
Why are we going to these places? What's happening here?
Dolton trustee Brittany Norwood sat down with the CBS News Chicago investigators in February, telling us then trustees were denied requested bank statements.
You're having the same reaction that we did when we saw her.
with credit card spending out of control.
Receipts for credit card purchases are rarely provided.
Lightfoot further uncovering spending that doesn't add up. The report shows $40,000 spent on Amazon purchases in one day, money that's unaccounted for.
These are somebody using one of the credit cards.
Another question lingering here, money spent on police overtime, with 2 officers racking up 6 figures in pure OT, $108,000 and $114,000. The deputy chief, just fired here last week, Louis Lacey, paid $96,000 in overtime.
The village has been unable to pay all of its monthly expenditures with available cash balance.
I reached all of the village's trustees in reporting this story today. As of right now, I have not heard back from one of them. Of course, we also haven't heard back from Mayor Tiffany Henyard. If any of that changes, we'll update the story that's up on our website right now, where you can find all of our coverage of these issues here in Dolton. Reporting live in Dolton this afternoon, I'm Tara Molina, CBS News, Chicago.
Tara, thank you.
Right. Now, you see all that about the money that she spent and everything like that. But I want y'all to pay attention to this next video I'm getting ready to show you guys, because she made it clear she wasn't using no credit card. So she's already in trouble for lying right there on the spot. She said in this, watch it.
Big bills with little accountability. That's the headline out of South Suburban Dolton tonight, where an investigation into Mayor Tiffany Henyard's administrations revealed more examples of taxpayer money used for questionable purposes. Former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot is the one who led the probe.
Investigative reporter Ben Bradley has been shining a light on Henyard's spending and leadership for a year now. Ben?
Dina and Ray, our investigations have documented well over $100,000 in first-class travel, meals, even donations to Henyard's questionable cancer charity. But that money came from Thornton Township, where Henyard is the supervisor. She's also the mayor of Dolton, where her allies have violated state transparency laws by refusing for nearly a year to give us records showing how she spent money there. Henyard has dismissed her critics as liars and opportunists.
If you hear this is fake news, it's not real, no. This is real.
Chicago's former mayor hired to investigate a current South Suburban politician surrounded by scandal.
I know how I felt when I started seeing these numbers, so I can imagine how all of you are feeling after all this time being in the dark.
Trustees hired Lori Lightfoot after months of chaotic meetings in which they accused Tiffany Henyard of recklessly spending tax dollars on herself and her cronies. The investigation found this small South suburb went from a surplus 2 years ago to a nearly $5.5 million deficit today. Lightfoot told a packed crowd that she's only been able to review some, but not all, credit card spending.
We want to highlight a couple of credit card purchases. You're having the same reaction that we did when we saw her.
Lightfoot questioned 3 Amazon purchases in a single day, totaling more than $43,000, an unexplained Wayfair purchase of $7,699, PayPal money transfers, and gift cards, all charged to the village.
I am in the White House.
Lightfoot also noted Henyard's well-documented taste for travel, paid for by both the village and the township. WGN Investigates uncovered $67,000 in unexplained travel in just 4 months by Henyard and her allies, some of it first class, and included a more than $9,000 stay at a Four Seasons. Henyard's former chief of staff in Dolton told us last January the mayor spent taxpayer money freely.
Over-the-top meals, lobster, crab legs. She liked the good stuff.
And when you were with her at these meals, was government business discussed?
No.
Y'all forget I am the leader. They want to hear from the mayor.
Henyard frequently shouts down her critics, claiming she's the leader.
I ran to lead, and you guys keep wanting to tell me what to do. We're not doing that.
But as we found last year, she quickly clams up when questions turn toward her spending.
I do not handle anything as relates to with credit cards. As you heard me speak today in my board meeting about, I do not handle that.
Some of those charges are for you, though.
No, sir.
You didn't go to Las Vegas? What is that?
No comment.
You don't know if you were in Las Vegas?
Of course I do.
Were you?
It's not paid by them.
Faced with outraged residents, a mutiny on the village board, and an ongoing federal investigation, these days the self-proclaimed super mayor is letting a criminal defense attorney do most of her talking.
He's your top aide in both Thornton Township and Dolton. Why are you trying to fire him?
He just cited the rules, so that's why I'm letting you talk to the lawyer.
Lightfoot's investigation found the village now has a bill backlog totaling nearly $6 million. Layoffs have begun, and one of the trustees who hired Lightfoot to investigate is now running to replace Tiffany Henyard as mayor. But the election is not until next year.
We've been hearing the shock and the anger from the residents in Dolton at the various village meetings. What happens now for town going forward?
Well, that federal investigation is still looming large. Tiffany Henyard is still in power, though trustees have blocked her at every step of the way. Now there's literally a debate over access to Village Hall. We're told the locks have been changed on Village Hall 3 times in the last couple of days.
Wow, the drama.
Appreciate that, Ben.
See what I'm saying? She didn't use no credit card. Remember all that? Well, then how they found that she used credit cards $30,000? Huh? If she didn't use it. Anyway, it seems so strange that nobody is coming in and no arrests are being made. The so-called feds came there, blah, 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 blah. Why isn't this woman being arrested is the big question, which leads me to, is it possible that what she's doing is actually not wrong? I know, y'all, I'm not on her side. I know what she's doing is wrong. But is it possible that she's being covered? Somebody got this woman back, because apparently I have no idea why there are no arrests made. I think the manager got fired. The chief of police, he's on administrative leave. 2 different police officers, as you guys saw in the video, I think they made upwards of $100,000 in overtime. Now listen, I might be thinking about this in the wrong way, but I know when I pay my employees, if they do overtime, I'm like, hey, this person got 10 hours of overtime, 8 hours of overtime. But when you make enough money to where you have $100,000 in overtime, what did you get as your base pay that year? That's crazy. Anyway, just wanted to bring y'all an update to this right now, because Miss Sheeno Brown, where'd you go? Let me know what y'all think of this right here, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know if y'all have any other updates that I need to pay attention to, something that I may have missed out on. If I have, leave it in the comment section. Leave me the link with updated information, all right? To the next one, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you hit this like button and hit the comment section down there. When I say hit the comment section, leave a comment in there to let me know what your thoughts are on this particular matter. I am Ty Smith, modern Renaissance man, hoping and praying that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, I pray every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.